ice on the car, there's ice on the windshield, there's ice on trees, there's ice on grass. If the temperature's below 32 degrees, we're probably going to have black ice. Black ice is clear ice. The pavement, the asphalt is black. On cement, it's a grayish color. So if there's ice on your car, there's probably ice on the road. You want to avoid shaded areas, bridges. We want to go into our turn slow. And I like it because it's the winter time. So we'll be driving hopefully in snow and ice. Will we have to play music during our drives? No, I choose the music, chilled music, because you're going to be listening to music instead of focusing on safety. So I choose the music. It's chilled, relaxed, because if you're more focused on music, then you're not focused on driving. What do we do if an ambulance comes by on the freeway? We pull over to the side. We want to get out of the way. We want to let them navigate safely. So we get over. Usually they're in the first and middle lane. They might drive to the left. So we want to get over and get away from them. Keep putting the questions in. What should we do if a minor accident occurs? Well, we're going to call the police. I will call your parent. I'll call corporate. We want to make sure you are safe and secure. We're going to have to file a police report. If someone is hurt, I'll have to go to the hospital with you. Heaven forbid I'm hurt. So we take the necessary precautions. Of course, you won't pass. We'll talk. I'll talk to corporate. I'll talk to your parents. And then we'll have a course of action. So if we're thinking about accident probably could happen. So I like to live in reality, and we'll reduce our chances of having an accident if we drive at the speed limit. 1, we'll reduce our chances of accidents if you don't stare at the speedometer. 2, we'll reduce our chances of accidents if you are not overstimulated, meaning I'm telling you too much. We'll reduce our chances of accidents if you don't psych yourself out. But everyone is different. But I also speak truth. And because I'm an educator and I've done this over 24 years, I'm going to speak to your heart. And if you're not ready, then that's okay, you're not ready. And I'll have the conversation with you and your parent. And then I may have a parent sit in the back. I've had parents sit in the back and observe too, because they are your true caregivers. And the family is the first place you learn how to drive. I love the question. Thank you for that honesty. What if you are trying to turn in a lane that has too many cars in it? You don't go into the lane. You wait until it's clear. We're not trying to squeeze 20 cars in one lane. We wait. Just like you're trying to run out of a door. You wait till the crowd goes down. We don't squeeze our car in there. And I say this with love and sincerity. So we wait. Can we bring a drink during the drive? Yeah, but usually in about an hour, your bladder's going to explode. You can bring some water. I don't care. Don't bring an energy drink. Don't do that. We go and crash it. So you asked about a divided highway. We see them. I don't live near that. That's okay. M53, good. What if we want to learn a certain route, like to work? Of course, I like that, and that man works. I like the fact that you need to learn a route to work. You need to learn a second route or a third route if there's an accident. I like that. Sometimes I'll have you drive to your high schools, but you have to know how to read signs and directions. Some of you don't know that. Does the car we drive have four-wheel drive? No, it has rear-wheel drive. It's a 2010 Chevy Impala. I love her. Older car, bigger car, comfortable, safe. It's a little bit old. It's old, but it's a safe car. It's really predictable when we drive. Meaning, if you're going to turn right, the car 99.9% goes right. If we stop, you squeeze the brake, it will stop. If we push the gas, it's very predictable. And that's important for people who are driving the first time. So this is why I don't want you to wear Crocs. This is why I don't want you to wear platform shoes. This is why I don't want you to wear Timberlands. You need to wear a thin sole shoe to feel the gas and brake. I like the questions. No, we're talking about driver's education. Get real before I delete you. Okay, put in more questions. I like it. We're going to be going over some information. In fact, I'm going to hit you with a quizzy. I like the questions, so I'm kind of summarizing the questions. Many of you have questions about uncertainty about where you drive the first time. We're going to drive into the neighborhoods, making 12 right turns, 12 left turns. We're going to learn how to turn the steering wheel. This is why we go into the neighborhood. If you don't turn the steering wheel, we will crash into the opposite side of the street. If you're going right, we have to turn the steering wheel to the right. Some of you just turn one time, that's not enough. Some of you will overturn, the car will jump the curb. So you actually have to turn the wheel. You're making left turns. You have to come up to the middle of the intersection, wait for traffic to go by. When it's clear, you have to turn in the nearest lane by the double yellow. So all the driving we do in the parking lot and neighborhood prepares us for the road. All we do on those smaller surface streets prepares us for the main road. All of those bigger roads prepare us for a curvy, double roundabout, banked road. So all these roads build up confidence. There's a special neighborhood I could take you to that really has a lot of cul-de-sacs, a lot of right turns, a lot of left turns. It will really teach you how to turn the steering wheel. So I have special areas to teach you special skills. Experienced instructors have those skill sets. New instructors don't know what to do. So, and I've taught other instructors, and it's a blessing. So you're going to have an instructor who's going to demand a lot out of you, who's not going to let you be sloppy. And I think that's really good. That's really important. If we want to learn to, okay, we already went over that. Would Converse work? Yes. Did you pick where we sit if we are driving? Look, you just get in the car. We're making this too hard. It's a 4-door Impala. Okay, I'm obviously in the passenger seat. I have the brake. I have a mirror. 2 of you are going to get in the back. 1 driver, 2 passengers. Okay, so it's not rocket science. I'm really tall. The shortest person should get behind me. I'm in the Midwest. The shortest person should get behind me. So a lot of you are making this too hard. You're learning how to drive. I'm a certified instructor. I have a background check, FBI check. All instructors have to do that because they don't want creeps teaching people how to drive. What if you aren't sure what to? I will tell you what to do. That's my job as an instructor. I will tell you what to do so you know what to do. I don't just turn you loose and say, drive. I would tell you where to go. At the next light, make a right. I want to see you look and check traffic, cover your brake, go into the first lane. I will tell you what to do. I will show you what to do so you know what to do. Lovely question. When you drive, do you have a brake? Yes, I do have a brake on my side. It's a cable brake. If I hit it too hard, the cable will snap. It goes underneath the floorboard or over the carpet to your brake. So if your foot's up too high on the brake, you'll hit that little metal bar. So I just squeeze the brake. Also, you don't even know that the car's braking. I don't say brake, brake, brake because you'll slam the brake. But I need to see if you understand what to do. I like the questions. All right, tell me what you learned. Type it in the chat. Tell me what you learned. Type it in the chat. I do teach a manual shift too. And I think by me being honest, and of course you're going to be nervous on your first drive. What I've learned, and I really stress mental health. What I've learned, I got to get a good sleep. I got to feel good in the car, wear comfortable clothes. I dress nicely. I don't look like a bum. Appearance is important. I shave. I look nice. I'm clean. I'm crispy. I smell good. And then I will say hi to your parents. I will talk to them. And then I'll find out, hey, what does your mom and dad do for a living? I always talk to parents before and after. I give them feedback. Some of your parents are like, okay, I want to know. Some parents are like, I don't care. He's the instructor. So I don't over, I don't try to over challenge you, but I am here to teach you. Any fictional character you want to have for dinner? I want Black Panther. That's who I want for dinner. Yeah, thin toe shoes are really important. We're going to get that quizzy up. I love the questions. This really gets idea for me. And because of our schedule, it's really chill. I don't have to drive super late. I start at 8 in the morning. It is what it is. Get up, let's drive. You're at school. You're not used to staying up. If you stay up late and play video games, you're out all night and you can't drive, I will cancel the drive. I had a young lady who went to a band party all night. It wasn't done till 4 in the morning. She was literally falling asleep. I canceled the drive. That's not fair to me. So, you'll owe it to yourself. I'm not speaking from experience, and I think I'm very passionate. I think most of you will appreciate, and I think most of you are here to learn how to drive. Sometimes students who aren't ready for driving, they're taking 4 or 5 AP classes. They're working. They have a very tight schedule. You come into driving. Driving is very demanding. You have to commit time to this. You will like Cooper's color code. You will like this. This would be good for you. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share. We're talking about Cooper's color code. And because I'm experienced, I have a lot of tools and resources that a beginning instructor won't have. And because I'm an educator, that's really important too. Okay, there's the quizzy, joinmyquiz.com. Joinmyquiz.com, 753354, 753354. Joinmyquiz.com, 753354. Guys and ladies, it's great. Keep asking questions. We're here teaching people how to drive. You want to wear thin sole shoes. I think the situation in Minnesota, it is what it is. I think people need to listen, and I think you want to be careful and not try to get yourself in a situation where you're putting your life in someone else's hands. I'm an instructor. I'm not going to put my life into someone's hands who doesn't know what they're doing. Go ahead, lock in, guys. Joinmyquiz.com, 753354. I need everyone in this virtual 753354. I'm going to go ahead and start it now. I think it's really important that we all learn and we all take control of our lives, okay? And I think America's a beautiful place. And if you work hard and you're here and you get here legally, you're going to be fine. I'm not pressed by me being in education. I know that Minnesota is an area with a lot of immigrants from different parts of the country. So I don't worry about agendas. I don't want to end up on the news. Like I said, I'm not going to put my life in someone else's hands. I have law enforcement people in my family. And if an officer tells you to stop, you stop. Period. End of it. I learned that at a very young age. And the best man at my wedding was a deputy sheriff. What does that tell you? What do you think about this situation? LM 4399? You tell me. And I have friends who are from Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, and then of course, the William Floyd situation. My fictional character is Black Panther. What is your fictional character that you want to have dinner with? Mine is Black Panther. What location of the world are you from? I'm from the Midwest. Minnesota is part of the Midwest. Are you from the United States? Are you from the UAE? Are you from the UK? Are you from Africa? Are you from Pakistan? What part of the world are you from? And I think learning how to drive is a privilege, not a right. And that's one way a lot of people come into the country, they obtain their driver's license, and that is a form of identification. I think it's important that you are prepared for whatever journey you have to deal with, driving home, driving to work. I think a lot of adults, from what I've seen, can't afford a car, can't afford driving lessons. Post-COVID, they're scared of getting out there. The biggest thing I see, you got to get a job if you want to be with me. If you want to drive, you got to have a job. You can't have your hand open. Mom, I need money. Dad, I need money. Your parents are not going to be here forever. You have got to pay your own bills. You got to get insurance. You got to get a reliable car. You actually have to get a job. And I find a lot of people don't want to work, and they're in their 20s and don't have a job. And from talking to them, they want to learn how to drive, but driver's education is not free. Adult ed is not free, anywhere from $125 to $150 an hour. And insurance for the driver's ed car is expensive. So services aren't free, costs are going up, insurance. I talked to another instructor, Mr. Road Ready, good friend of mine. His mother has a driving company. They teach adults. He does drive a Tesla. He does adults. He does road test prep, very similar to me. So I think it's important that you do your research, you pick a good instructor. There are a lot of good instructors. I'm one of them. I think a lot of instructors are making content to help people learn how to drive, and it's really important that you do that. You guys are doing great. Keep working. And you want an instructor who's going to give you good feedback. Excuse me. What I've learned, some instructors don't do that. They just get in, take your money, and go. You want an instructor who's going to really teach, and I really do look at a lot of the comments that you guys put in. Because I want to improve, and I try to reply to all the comments that I can, because it's about the community. It's not about me. It's about you. You're here in this live because you want to learn how to drive. I'm not trying to sell you anything, any products. I'm here to teach you how to drive. And then if you want to join the community, you will. And I think that's important. You need to see value. There are a lot of people going live all the time across the world. I don't have a hidden agenda. Some of you see the American flag and you think, oh my God, I'm patriotic. I love my country. It doesn't matter if I'm a Democrat or Republican. I love my country. And I feel proud to have this flag. And then a lot of people want to try to say random stuff, but it's not important. I think you have to believe in yourself. A lot of parents are not going to push you to drive. I know people who are 25 don't want to drive. 27, 35, 42. They never got around to it. They've always driven illegally. Typically, people of color, in certain situations, the families just don't have the money for driver's education or adult lessons. They wait till they're 18. Everyone is a little bit different. Put in more questions. I think from the videos that I put together, people are learning how to drive. They are telling me this in the comments. They are subscribing, they are leaving comments, and it's about joining the community. If you feel like this channel is a community channel, you'll subscribe, and then you'll get notifications. I do long form content, and then I do short form content. Sometimes I'll edit this and make it short form content. Sometimes I'll leave it. It just depends. Let's go, guys. I want to go through this quizzy and then go over yesterday's work. So let's go ahead and take care of this in a moment. And I think it's really important that you understand the commitment. A lot of people don't make a commitment. Okay, I like what I see. You got a 100% completion rate. We have 70% accuracy. That's C. That's mid. Question 2, a car suddenly merges. The answer was incorrect by 17 out of 17. So this tells me question 2 maybe was a bad question, or maybe you did not understand it. Okay. And again, I did not write some of these questions. Quizzy is a platform where people around the world, mainly educators, engineers, doctors, can put content on, can put test questions on. And Quizzy can be used kindergarten through post-secondary. And you can email this, you can assign it as homework. So it's a great tool. You guys know about this. Your teacher should be using this. So, and then the longest question was question 7. A pedestrian is waiting to look on an average of 32 seconds to answer. So some of you have questions about that. So 2 and 7 are questions I need to take a look at. So let's view the report. 70% accuracy. I'm looking for consistency. Who's always at the top? Who's always in the middle? Who's always at the bottom? Same way when we drive. Who has the highest score? Who has the lowest score? What is the average? Let's look at the questions. You're cruising with your iced coffee. You're cruising to your iced coffee spot. The light turns yellow ahead. You're thinking, it'll be fine. I guess I'll stop. That's the correct answer. Okay, many of you will send it. You're going to get a ticket or be in an accident. Scanning the intersection. Is the guy in a crosswalk going to go? Some of you might check your DMs. So the best thing is to stop safely. So this tells me this is a situational question, and this is how your driving test is going to be. If you can stop safely in 3 seconds, you need to do that. Yellow means do that. Certain communities, if you run a yellow light, you'll get a ticket. On your road test, if you run a yellow light, you'll fail. So I'm preparing you for your road test. If you're 15, I'm trying to get you ready 16 or 17. If you're 16, I'm trying to get you ready for 17. So I'm always thinking big picture. Number 2, a car suddenly merges into your lane without a blinker. You don't want to post it on TikTok. You want to be a defensive driver. You want to leave room. You want to keep space. Keeping space is the most important thing. And you can't anticipate always what cars will do. Cars may suddenly come over in your lane, so you want to keep space. Laying on the horn doesn't necessarily do something. It kind of startles people. You just have to slow down and ease off the gas. So B is the correct one. You want to slow down and ease off the gas. Keep room. And you will learn this over time. Number 3, at a 4-way stop, it's your turn, but the driver to your left looks confused. You want to analyze this. If you're the first car there and that person looks confused but is slowing down and stopping, you're already there. You need to go. Because if you're confused, you're going to be confused more. They're going to be confused more. So I try to help you reduce the stress. I'll say to you, who's the first car here? They are. What car's on the right? We are. They go first and then we're next. So you have to learn the rules of the 4-way stop. You see a ball rolling onto the street between parked cars. Your brain goes on alert. It has to. Because a kid is coming out. Balls just don't run out. 16 if you got that right. Next, what is the main characteristic of Cooper's code? That's going to be a mini lesson. You want to see everything that is white. You want to be at a white level. You want to see everything, see cars, checking your mirrors. Okay, that's really important, and we'll talk more about that. You're on a long, boring highway drive. Your mental state should be white, monitoring all the cars. You got to be aware. You can't zone out. Some of you will zone out when you drive. This is why we get out and stretch our legs. Some of you could be on a road rage because you're just really angry. So we have to, catch our breath. And what I've learned, let's be patient with you guys. Next, a pedestrian is waiting to cross the street. You have the right of way. So you want to look at the light. If the light is green and the pedestrian is there on the curb, on the sidewalk, you make eye contact. You look at the light, you see the eye of the pedestrian. If it's clear, you proceed. You can't stop on a green. Some of you will stop on a green light and will almost get rear-ended. Some of you will do that because you'll panic. It's okay to let go of your fear. I will help you. The driver behind you is tailgating you. You want to change lanes when safe. If you can't, you just maintain speed. A lot of drivers will tailgate you guys. White in a Cooper's color code is best described as NPC mode. You're just chilled, you're watching. You don't want to be overstressed, you don't want to be understressed. You're approaching a curve in the road. What are you not doing? Scanning the apex, looking at potential hazards. You have to look ahead. You want to go into the curve slow. I don't want you going into a curve oblivious. You don't know what to do. You got to go slow before you go into a curve. And if you guys aren't reading, you won't do well. So I can tell that too. You see an emergency vehicle, lights ahead of you. What's the first thing you should do? You want to get over to the right. Some of you will say, oh, pretty lights. But you want to get over to the right if possible. What does orange focus on? A hazard. A hazard could be orange, you're in school, hazard. Orange, you're in your neighborhood, school bus is coming, hazard. Orange is you just pulled out of your school parking lot. There are 500 kids there, hazard. If you understand that, you're going to run over a kid. It starts raining lightly. You should increase your following distance, turn on your headlights, and grip the steering wheel a little bit firmly. Cooper's Code is all about the actions of other drivers and potential hazards. This is what you need to learn as we go along. You're in yellow. You're actively avoiding a crash. A car's weaving in and out of traffic. You think, give them a wider breath. They're a hazard. Maybe they're tired. Maybe a crisis happens. You'll see that all the time too. The most basic color is yellow. Chill. And that's how I need you guys to be on your first drive, chilled. But a lot of you will be stressed because you have your own idiosyncrasies. Oh, I'm scared. It's okay to be scared. Oh, I made a mistake. He's going to rip my head off. No, I won't rip your head off, but I have to tell you what you did wrong. And if I'm scared to tell you what you did wrong, you won't learn because I'm scared to tell you. So I have to speak truth and love and have my kid gloves on or my adult gloves on. You're about to make a left turn across oncoming traffic, orange. You're judging the speed of the gap. Please understand this. The gap is the space between you and other cars. Beginning drivers make really slow left turns. So we want to make sure it's clear. Or you might hit the brake instead of the gas. Red means angry. After this quiz, you may feel a little bit nervous, more energy. We have 13 minutes. We're going to go over the sheet. Tell me what you learned. Please and thank you. Tell me what you learned. Type it in. Tell me what you learned. We have 13 minutes, and you're going to get your money's worth because you're scheduled. You asked some really great questions. You asked some questions that were the same. You asked questions about what are we doing the first drive? What if we get into an accident, which are normal? I spoke truth. We wait for the police. We make sure you're okay. I call your parent. I call corporate. We make sure no one is hurt. We get the car off the road. We don't admit fault. I won't get the ticket If you're at fault, you will get issued a ticket. And I think this being honest and experience, beginning instructors don't know where to go. I know where to go. And I want to continue to bring you high quality routes. And that's what good instructors do. They get you high quality routes. Give me 1 second, please. Guys, I want to say thank you. Follow and subscribe. Bye.